Hello, today I'm going to show you a walking tour of the Lowestoft North Dean seawall. I'm going to point out some of the historical parts and tell you the history of them and some interesting parts. Up there you'll find Corton and Gunton, but this time we're going that way towards Ness Point, the most easterly point of Britain, and the wind turbine, which is there. The Lowestoft sea wall was built to stop coastal erosion. There was a big flood in 1953 which destroyed a lot of the houses which were in the beach village. In 1926 there was a motorcycle race along here where they reached up to speeds of 100 miles an hour and it drew big crowds. These posts here are from the original seawall, which was built during the war as anti-tank obstacles. You can't see it at the moment because the tide's right in, but usually you can see the old seawall here. This is Lowestoft Lighthouse. It stands 123 feet above sea level, and at night it's like can be seen for 17 miles. It was opened in 1874. This is Ness Park. It's the most easterly park in the UK. Has cycling and wheelchair access. Those wooden structures that you can just about see in the grass there are drying nets. They originally have been used by the fishing industry for the nets during the herring trade. The drying net racks that are there now are replicas of the originals, which were constructed in the 1950s. The industry consisted of catching, gutting and pickling the herring, and the herrings were done by Scottish fisher girls. If you walk along Woodload Road, which is that road there where you can see a car going along, you'll find the scores, which were originally drainage channels that were carved into the cliff face. Some of them paths were heavily populated areas. They're paths for the fishing merchants to access their fish houses and their net stores on the beach. There's 14 of them in total, but there's only 12 of them left now. I'll show you the tops of those when we do a walking tour of Lowestoft High Street. This is the Bird's Eye factory. This factory produces more than 450 tonnes of frozen food each day, 750 potato waffles every minute. It was built in 1986 and employs more than 500 people, although you never see any of them. So that was the upper seawall that we just walked along. So now we're down into the lower seawall, which we're going to walk up there, and that will lead to Ness Point, the most easterly point of Britain. So here we are at Ness Point, the most easterly point of Britain. I am now the most easterly person in Britain. Over there you'll find nothing but sea and Holland. This is a portrait of a person called Malcolm Wright, which was put here in 2020. It was painted by Gillian Allard. He is a Lowestoft Sea fisherman. If you look closely at the painting, there's also a little map of Lowestoft on it. This is Gulliver the wind turbine. It's 413 feet tall. It was completed in 2005 and each blade weighs 10 tonnes. This would have been originally where they were doing the herring pickling with the Scottish fisher ladies. It's a heavily populated beach village. It concludes our walk along Lowestoft seawall. Hope you enjoyed it. Please look on my YouTube channel. There's lots of videos coming up and lots on there already. It's Can You Do Goth Inn. Don't forget you can also follow me on Instagram. It's jenny.lifestyle77.